Yo, what up, guys? Lou from TSA. One of the things I want to proudly announce is the creation of what I'm calling Bjj Dominance, right? It's going to have its own Facebook page, which I already created. In some shape, way, or form, I'm going to be using Instagram to promote content out there for you, right? So this is just two questions that I got that are excellent questions that I thought would be excellent just to answer to everybody, right? And they came in just as of yesterday. So one of the things is, where should my focus be within jiu-jitsu training? And this applies to most grappling type sports, to be honest. Where should the focus be? Should it be the skill side, which is SPP, or the general physical preparedness, or your fitness, right? And by far, I think when I really sit back and think about it, looking at wrestling as a whole, or looking at grappling sports, if you don't have the skill to do the various moves and various counters and blah blah blah, then it doesn't really matter where your fitness is, right? Can a lesser opponent that's skilled in size and fitness beat somebody who's stronger, possibly more fit, more muscular mass? Yes, it can happen, right? Especially if that person doesn't train correctly, doesn't train like strength endurance or conditioning aspects, they're gonna tire out, right? So one of the things, and I apologize for how this is, I'll figure out another way how to do this, but I say 75% of your work should be on the mat. That's a lot of sessions, right? That's more than, like, on a weekly basis, that means 4 or 5 sessions on the mat. And then 25% of it should be supplemental. Now, the thing is, you don't want to destroy yourself in the gym. This is supplemental. This is a specific reason. The more important part is the skill side. What I mean by that is you don't want to be doing sets of failure. You don't want to be doing heavy work that's going to destroy you, and have that compromise your skill side, right? Or be having to roll, having to work on things, and your legs are just shot, your hips are shot. You know what I mean? There's a certain approach to that, and there's a certain way to go about that in the long run benefits you wholly, big time, and could really help you, you know? And then, so where should the focus should be most likely on the skill side. More 75% of it should be on the skill side, working on your different things. And then the other question, which ties into that, strength training for jiu-jitsu. Why should I do it, right? In a sense. Well, when most people think of strength training, they automatically default to bodybuilding, right? And they're thinking of overly muscle mass, creating musculature. That's not the angle that you're taking with your training, right? The things that you're working on is basically strength, right? To get stronger, you do not need to put on more muscle. I'll tell you that. You could teach your current muscle mass how to send the signal through your brain and contract harder without putting on more muscle, making it more efficient, right? Power, that's explosion, that's an expression of strength, explosiveness, right? And then the two things that I find to be really important is going to be power endurance, or repeated explosive things, right? Think about a roll, think about any type of match like that, where you're going to go 20 seconds of repeated effort type explosiveness, and then reactive power. And that's not really a term, but I think it should be in a sense, because I think there's a thing when somebody pushes you pull, or you have to like resist against force, and you have to quickly react against something with power. You get what I'm saying? So you're not easily moved. I think that's an angle that you need to train also, right? So one of the things is, when all else is equal, right? Skill level is equal, weight is equal, people are evenly matched. The one thing that could separate you two on a move or so is if everything's equal, is strength and power. Right? He tries a certain move, doesn't go because you're just a brick house. You know what I mean? You don't move that easily. And then you might counter with the same exact thing, but you're able to do it because you're able to produce more force, right? I think that's a beautiful thing. And then one of the big things, I tell you what, as of last week, I got caught in a Kimura and popped my elbow 3 times. It's 7 days later. I tell you what, if my tendons and ligaments weren't as developed as they are from years of real strength training, probably would have dislocated my elbow, to be honest. But that's my own personal thing, right? Durability. That's the angle you want to take with this, right? You want tendons and ligaments to be durable, right? And not basically anti-fragile, right? I think that's already somebody's slogan, but I'll keep that term, right? So the bigger thing is, There's a specific reason, and the key is there's a flow, there's a way, there's a systematic way to approach your strength training that makes sense for what you do, right? Just know that. We're not chasing bigger muscles, we're not chasing inherently huge muscles here. We're trying to make the system more efficient with the current muscle mass. You can get stronger without going up a weight class. You could go down a weight class and be stronger, right? You just put, in a sense, if you wanted to go down a weight, there's ways to trade off. It's a long process, but it can be done. That's it. So this is the first episode of Bjj Dominance. You guys have questions, let me know. By all means, I'm here. These two questions were just asking me yesterday. I thought that's an awesome topic for first video. I'm just here to help, guys. All right, so let me know. Till later.